video. Hey, what's up? It's Sean. This is going to be a super quick video because I was inspired to share this new thing that I learned from reading the book Ask and It Is Given, which I highly recommend you read it if you're into self-development and you want to, start attracting to yourself more optimistic, positive, and happiness, become more wealthy, and you just become free from negativity and misery. I highly suggest you check this book out, which you can get from Amazon for just a few bucks. But this book's name is Ask and It Is Given. And I got this idea which has been really helping me to become more optimistic and positive, right? So you know how it is, some days we wake up and we just have this negative feeling or something bad happens to us and we sometimes feel helpless, right? And when we get in this negative state, we almost become antisocial. We don't want to talk to people, or we feel like people are looking at us. You know what I mean? Like we feel really weird and awkward. Or we just get tempted to do stupid shit. Like when we're feeling like crap, all we can think about is what? Is to do drugs or watch porn or go drinking or do whatever, have sex. And we sometimes do things that just make us feel worse, right? So we're all excited about it and we feel worse. So hopefully with this method, this technique that I'm going to share, which is very easy to do, anybody can do, you can actually feel good instantly, right? So when you feel yourself in a shitty state, or even when you feel in a good state, you could get to the next good state, and more importantly, change your vibrations to become more charismatic, and as a result of that, attract more positive and fun people to your life, right? Which is awesome, right? Most of us, we just love to have cool, amazing friends, right? Imagine you in the next 90 days attracting new fun people who invite you out to cool parties, like you for you, and really accept you, and you really enjoy having time or spending time with them. Wouldn't that be nice? Excellent. So here's the idea, and the idea is we want to take full responsibility for our thoughts. So we're going to try our best to choose best feeling thoughts available, right? So what we're going to do is that at any point we have few thoughts available to us, right? We could be in a good mood and we have certain thoughts of positivity, or we could be in not a very good mood and we have certain thoughts. Some are worse, some are better. Our job is to choose the thought that's the most positive. Does that make sense? So right now I'm standing here. I could think about the thought that I'm actually running late because I have other things to do. Or I can just think about the thoughts that I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. I'm creating video to help a lot of people and actually sharing my biggest realization. And I have this option. That's one option. But let me give you another example. For example, this morning I woke up and I woke up a little bit later than I wanted to. And I sometimes get really, really depressed when I get up late, right? When I sleep in, I get really anxious almost. Like I get this weird feeling in my stomach that I slept in, I cannot do this, I just get really upset and I'm very hard on myself. But instead, I try to be positive and I was like, you know what, no. What can I appreciate at this moment? And I ask myself, what can I appreciate at this moment? And I just become silent and I just try to appreciate anything that I can. And here is the most important point. If you just do this so far, you're going to see some improvement. But this is the main point. I hope you can get this. That is, after you ask yourself, what can you appreciate, or what is the more positive thought to focus on, you want to become aware of how you feel. Okay? Not with your mind, but with your whole body. Okay? So the difference is you go from a state of negative, where you feel yuck and feel tension in your stomach, and you feel like world sucks, to feeling just a little bit better, just a little bit, even if it's like 1% better. And I want you, or we want to become aware of this small change. So maybe we feel like -6, I just want you to become to -4 even, or -3. And just the fact that you become aware that you're becoming a little bit better instantly shoots you up even more. Does that make sense? So if you go from -6 to -3 and you acknowledge the fact that within a few minutes you were able to change your state by focusing on a more positive thought, you instantly shoot up and you can even go higher. And then you choose another thought. So you stack thoughts after thoughts. So let me give you a real example of this, on how I do this every single day. which is just amazing. Like, I've got more free coffees in the past month that I've got, or the past 2 months that I've got, you know, in a very long time, because I do this every single day. And every time I go out and I talk to people, I'm just so in such a good mood. And, you know, you just get, you know, a lot of positive responses from people, and you just become a lot more, you just have a lot more fun. So how I do this is this: I wake up and I start asking myself, what can I appreciate? I find this question to be a lot more powerful for me than to say, what am I grateful for? You know, because gratitude, from what I'm learning, is a feeling, but asking what can I appreciate, the answer is going to come. It doesn't have to be a big deal. What can I appreciate? Well, you know, I can appreciate there's a flower here. You know, it's kind of nice having beautiful flower around. Or I can appreciate having an iPhone. You know, for a long time I remember I actually wanted to have an iPhone, and I didn't have the money to buy an iPhone. Or I can appreciate the fact that I have been able to get my body from being super skinny and, you know, very self-conscious, to being able to get on a shirt like this and shoot a video on YouTube where thousands of people are going to watch it. And I just pay my attention to this feeling, and then I can maybe appreciate that this video is going to be seen by thousands of people for the next hundreds of years after I die. And people are going to be inspired of who knows when, and somebody's going to be helped, right? And I can feel good about that, right? So when I pay attention to that, and all of a sudden I already feel a little bit better, okay? And then we grab another thing. And here's the trick. Here's the trick. After we did the appreciation for a couple of times, you want to take a couple of deep breaths and become present. Okay, if you get established in the present, we realize that this is the only moment, this is the only present. There's no such a thing as past or future. It's all mental state, it's all mind stuff. And once we become present, then we go back to stacking more appreciation and become, okay, what else can I appreciate? I'm appreciating the fact that I have roof over my head, I have food in my stomach, and maybe appreciate the fact that you just met someone interesting and you're going on a date this weekend, or maybe you are, you know, read a really good book and you've been inspired, or maybe you just had a really good friend message you and tell you that they like you, whatever. Appreciate it and send thanks to it, and then feel the emotion, and then come back to the present and be fully present and try to be present. Take a deep breath. Appreciate the air, the water, the people, the opportunities that you live in North America or wherever you're living. There's so many opportunities, there's so many goodness in the world, okay? And you just become positive and you just keep stacking it over and over. Ideally, you're doing some kind of exercise that you're moving yourself, like running, you know, you can do that, or maybe riding or something like that, which is going to multiply the amazing effect that this has. So there is quick exercise on the power of positivity, on how you can become more positive, add more juice to your life. And as a result of that, I challenge you to try this for 3 days in a row. 3 days, okay? If you don't feel at least twice as confident, charismatic, attractive, okay? If you don't feel like your life has been revolutionized, I want you to come on this video and I want you to swear at me the worst thing you can think of and call me whatever name you can, because I guarantee you, you won't be able to. You won't be able to do this exercise that I just said genuinely for 3 days and don't feel like your life has changed, because my life has changed because of it, and that's what inspired me to share this video, and I really hope you take my word for it. And again, thank you so much for watching these crazy videos. If you like these videos, please make sure you subscribe, so this way I can send you more videos and inspire you as much as I can. Thank you again. I will talk to you soon. Boom.